Hi, Anthony. How you doing today?
I was muted. I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Missed you guys last week. I was running solo.
Well, I'm sure you did a great job.
Yeah, I flew pretty well.
All
So-
right. All right. All
I
right.
flew pretty well.
I wasn't worried. Unfortunately, I had a death in the family, but I believe that he's all right.
No, I'm good.
I believe he's with the Lord. So
Yeah, I had death in my family as well. My little nephew, he passed. Was my cousin. We always call my auntie. Those 36 had heart problems.
Wow.
We had to go back to Atlanta, and the Lord decided He wanted him with Him.
36 years old.
Yeah, 36.
Wow.
36.
Did he know he had heart problems or?
Oh yeah, he went up to Atlanta actually to for surgery.
Okay.
And he got sick while he was there, and so he couldn't get well enough to perform. And then I just had another one passed away last month on the 18th. Buried him on the 28th of last month, and he was 43, and he had heart problem. He had actually had a heart transplant 11 years ago.
Wow.
Heart, did his time. Look at it this way: God gave us an additional 11 years with him.
That's right.
Gave us additional 11 years. Last week we did something a little different. Go ahead and introduce ourselves and let everybody know who we're talking to. But everyone out there, welcome to your show. This is Financial Sins. This is a new podcast, not really new anymore, but it's the newest podcast on all things relevant media platform. Now we're going to be here every Friday, 1 p.m. Myself, Tanya Scott, and also Anthony Murray. And our purpose here is to educate you, give you as much information you can that can help you make better financial decisions in your future and your family's future, and learn how to be, make that generational wealth and break that chain of generational debt and poorness. So we're here every Friday, 1 o'clock. You can also get us on YouTube, Facebook Live. But again, this is your show. It's called Financial Sins.
Financial Sins.
Flower, but call me Mad Flo. And of course, Anthony's not going to call me Mad Flo.
Yes, I am. I surrender.
He's going to call me Mad Flo. Hey, it's a joy being here. I'm a retired police officer. And the great thing about the financial industry, you really truly don't have to have a financial background to do what we do, which is myself and Anthony with World Financial Group. World Financial Group is our platform where they give us an opportunity to build a big business as big as we want. And within that platform, within that World Financial Group, there's a division called World System Builder. Now, World System Builder is one of the biggest divisions within World Financial Group. And World Financial Group is a Trans-America company, been around for over 100 years. So it's solid. It's not going anywhere. This gives me an opportunity to teach others how to basically build a strong financial foundation. I love doing this. We have workshops that we have every day of the week, Monday through Friday plus Saturday. We just give ourselves a break on Sunday. But Monday through Saturday, you're able to learn. You're able to, join us on our financial workshops, 2 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 10 p.m. So you don't have a reason not to get financially educated, and it's virtual. Police officer retired in 2007, started doing this business in 2013. It's made a difference in my life because I am more knowledgeable. And if you're more knowledgeable in reference to your finances, guess what happens? You make better financial decisions, and that's what I've been doing since I started this. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Anthony. He'll let you know about himself. Tanya will be with us a little bit later. She's at the doctor's office. Of course, we all need to make sure we're taking care of ourselves with preventive medicine. Make sure we're checking up, going to the doctor, and getting those checkups like we should. So Tanya will be with us a little bit later. But go ahead, Anthony. Let them know about you, man.
Yeah, I'm ready. Hey guys, welcome to your show, Financial Sins. And we like to say that because without you, it's really nothing, right? So what I want you to do, and I know it's the 4th of July weekend, and we want to honor, what's 4th of July for? What's 4th of July? For independence, right?
Yep, that's when we got our independence.
Supposed to be, well, we got our independence in June.
Yeah.
Juneteenth. But anyway, it was recognized as a national holiday because of the British and States War, right? So that's why they call it Independence Day. We got independent, recognized as independent from the sovereign country of Britain. All right, so why are we here today? We're here today because you are there. And we're going to talk about a variety of things, but most importantly, we want to talk about what you want to talk about. So what is it that you want to talk about? What is it that you want to talk about? That's what I want to know. What is it you want to talk about? There's a lot of things we're going to talk about. All right. And Flo's going to open it up. I'm going to look for a book of mine.
And so while he's looking for that book, guys, we're going to be doing something that we did last week. Last week we asked questions. It was like every 10 minutes or every 15 minutes. We'll ask a question and you have to answer that question. If anyone answers the question, this is how we're going to know if you are the first person. So when we ask the question, you're going to have to be the first one to put it in the comments of the Facebook. So if you're watching Facebook Live, we ask the question, you answer the question in the comments. So we'll be able to look back on the timestamp and see who answered correctly and first. Now, what you're going to win is Saving Your Future book. This is what you're going to win. You're going to get yourself a Saving Your Future book. And if you happen to be of another language other than English, let us know. We do have Spanish. We do have Chinese, Vietnamese. So you will be able to get your free book, learn this book, read this book. And when you get your book, and everyone on the call should be registering for our workshops, worldsystembuilder.com/WS hyphen or dash US. That's
right.
worldsystembuilder.com/WS hyphen US. And you'll be able to register on the workshop. We have a workshop today at 8 p.m. So maybe you'll be able to get on the 8 p.m. Workshop today. And we also have 10 p.m. So this is what you're going to win. So Anthony, let's start off with the question and see if first let me let you know who won last week. Last week I did maybe about 6 or 7 questions. One person was able to answer one question correctly, and she received her book. Her name was Crystal, and she received her book. And if you win, in order for you to get your book, you have to send us your name, email address, and telephone number, because we are on a mission to financially educate 30 million people.
30 million.
30
A lot of
million,
people.
30. So we keep a record of who we actually share this book with and who we actually give this book to. In order to do that, we need that information: your name, your email address, and your telephone number. Okay. So if you win, just make sure you put that in the chat, or you can just send it to us in a private message. Okay. So we want to start with one of the questions, Anthony. Want me to answer a question?
Yeah, you know what? I don't have my workbook with me. You have yours?
Yeah, I have the workbook.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay.
I have something else I wanted to deal with too. Okay.
Okay. And if you, Anthony, if you can think of any questions that's not in the workbook, but pertains to what we're doing, just write them down, and we'll just do it that way as well.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So, you guys, if you're listening, this is an opportunity to win your book. We had a winner last week. All right, I'm going to come up with this question here, and y'all have heard us talk about this. I swear, I know you've heard us talk about this. This is reference to your children. So, to protect my children, I will name a blank. It's 2 words. To protect my children, I will name a blank. 2 words. So if anyone knows the answer, just go ahead and put it in the comments of the Facebook Live, and let's see if we got a winner. Anthony, I'm not sure if you're looking at Facebook Live or not.
I am.
Okay, if you see anyone with an answer, just let us know. If not, at the end of the show, we'll be able to find out. But that's part of it right there. So if anyone knows that, the question was, to protect my children, I will name it's 2 words. So what will you name? And just tell us what it is. Okay. So we have a great show for you today, but we want to talk about, we had a guest who was going to come on tonight, but of course he got busy closing, had a late closing. So if he's able to pop in, he'll pop in. But what I want to talk about, what we wanted to talk about, was what's coming up real soon, the end of something. If you had forbearance on your mortgage, it's going to end soon. Mine will end in September.
Mine
will end in September. So I hadn't paid my mortgage since April of last year, and now comes September, I have to start paying it back. What kind of options do you guys have? Do you know what options you have? Well, I call my bank, which is Wells Fargo, and they kind of explained to me the options that I have. And basically it was 3. Let me see if I can remember what they were. One is I can refinance, which basically I'm going to refinance my property, because you know what they did with all the money that I owe them? They're going to put it on the back of our loan. So that money is going in the back of our loan. So I can refinance, and all of that with, at the end, I still have to pay that large payment. It has to be taken care of as well. Now, another thing they explained to me I can do is I can do a deferment. So I can defer that payment. Again, it's going to be at the back of the payment. It's going to be at the back end of my loan. So I can do a deferment. Now, as they explained to me with a deferment, I'm going to have something called a balloon payment. So with deferment, I'm going to still be paying my regular payments that I'm paying. But at the end, say if I got 14 years left on my regular payment, if I had 14 years left, but at the end of the 14 years, there's this big old lump sum that I owe, $10,000, $20,000, whatever it shall be, you're going to pay that in a balloon payment. Now, the way that Wells Fargo explained it to me, they realized that at the end of the mortgage payments for millions of people, they're going to have, all the banks are going to have a big problem, because people are not going to be able to pay that large amount of money at one time. So they're figuring out by the time it gets to that point, that maybe the banks will have something in place where they would put that last payment instead of being a balloon payment. They may put it to a position where it could be they'll have a payment plan. It'll probably just be another mortgage, another payment plan that would take it out. You pay it out for the next 3 or 4 or 5, maybe 10 years, whatever. So when it gets to that point, millions of people are still going to be in a situation that they're not going to be able to pay that balloon payment. Now, the third one is a modification. So you can do a modification, and again, it's on the back end. So the modification is basically where you're going to, it can go out to, modify it from 10 years. I mean, if you got a 30-year mortgage and you're almost finished paying for it, you got 14 years or 15 years left, you're going to modify it and take it back out to 20 or 30 years. So you have options, and you just have to start thinking now, what are you going to do when it gets to that point? The best advice I can tell you right now is to call your bank, start talking with them now, because they're going to need at least, I know mine will change in September. I have to call them about the first part of August because they need time. It's just like a regular closing, just like a regular closing of a mortgage. They will have to have time to go through the process of closing that account, at closing. So the best advice I can tell anybody out there, please call your bank, call your financial institution, whoever you're dealing with. Don't wait till the last minute and then something, boom, they'll start saying you have to pay this money, The banks are willing to work with us. Now, the great thing about the COVID and the housing industry right now is the fact that interest rates are basically at its lowest right now. Mm-hmm. So, if you refinance, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're probably going to get a better interest rate than what you have if you had your mortgage for a number of years and never do a refinance. So things to think about. Don't wait till it just comes upon you, then you have to pay for it.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, Flo. And a lot of people are people. People like to wait for the last minute.
Procrastinators. I'm like that too.
Wait for the last minute to do too many things. Hey, we still haven't gotten an answer yet.
We'll leave it open. We might ask that question again. We're not going to give the answer to them. So if someone thinks about that question, the question was, to protect my children, I will name a blank. Two words. What would that be? Look who joined us. Tanya Scott Pilcher.
Yeah. Look at that smile.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Running a little behind today, but What a great topic. Everybody needs to definitely pay attention at this time in reference to, your mortgage and taking out those things during COVID. Mm-hmm. So whatever we can, whatever we're passing on today, there's going to be some great info. So tag your friends.
Thank you. Hey, Tanya, our guest, he's got stuck with the late closing, so he won't be able to. If he's able to log in, he'll check in, but he's out with a late closing. People trying to take advantage. Maybe one of these forbearance came up and he has to close it. So I guess he's not going to be with us today. But we still want to just give the people as much information we can. And I'm always telling you guys, the information is out there. There's a slew of information, that's resources available for you. You can Google it. You can call your mortgage broker. You can bang it. Anything you need, the information is out there. So all you have to do is just take and go forward and do your research as well. Hey, you know what, Tanya? I knew you just came from your doctor's office. You're doing that preventive, medication. You're making sure you prevent anything. You know what I like about my insurance company?
What's that?
I'm tired, and I have the Athene. That's Athene. Blue Cross Blue Shield with Athene. And the insurance companies now are more focusing on preventive medicine than people getting sick and then have to try to, put all that money in trying to get them well. My blood pressure went up. It went up crazy, 230 over 130, but I'm getting down. So I went to my doctor and I requested a chiropractor because I went to a chiropractor before. But when I went before, I went for a year, I had to basically pay half of it and insurance paid half of it. But since then, my insurance company has added chiropractor services.
Oh, wow.
Benefits. And only thing I have to pay is the copay. Is that what it's called, right? Copay. We talked
That's
about
your copay. That's right.
Pay the copay. So I went in for my first session yesterday, and of course they take do a X-ray and all this other stuff on you. I thought I had to pay a copay yesterday, but I didn't. They said, "Don't worry about that. Your insurance company took care of all of that." So you just come in for my next appointment, which would be by next Monday, and start my sessions. And I get 30 sessions. I get up to 30 sessions a year. Right. So I'm taking advantage of that because, I don't like taking medicine. I really don't. And if I can avoid it any kind of way, I will.
Hey, Flo, let me ask now, how's that affecting your blood pressure?
Well, the chiropractic,
yeah,
that helps it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That really helps your, I took it for a year before and my blood pressure was pretty much under control. But it just like going to a chiropractor is just like anything else. You're taking a pill a day. You still need, if you start chiropractor sessions, you still have to continue them because what happens, the body is the body. So when you stop doing something, your body's going to retract to the old stuff. So it's just like medicine, but the difference is you're not taking anything orally. No, I'm glad my insurance company changed that.
Well, the other thing that's happening is that more insurance companies, they know that people want a natural way of healing.
Right.
Yeah. Chiropractic is natural along with acupuncture. So a lot of people will see that their plans will include acupuncture now as another method instead of you having to go to what's those people? An orthopedic specialist to get certain things on your back or your muscles or joints are hurting. A lot of folks want to do a natural method of healing.
Now,
so that's why you're going to see the change.
Yeah, see, at the same time, I went to my doctor's office, I also requested municipal marijuana. I said, you give me that and my chiropractor, and I know I will be well. So they said, love to, Miss Glover, but in the state of Georgia, they don't have municipal marijuana yet. He said, you can go to Florida.
Yeah.
But if you give me municipal marijuana and my chiropractor, I'm pretty sure it would.
Oh, that's funny.
A lot of problems I have.
The best we're gonna get is what, CBD.
CBD, and I have that. I've been taking that.
How does that work for you?
Well, I take it. I love the sleeping one. I have the gummies to help me sleep, and it works pretty good. But the other stuff doing it, I really don't see a difference. It's supposed to say help your aches and your pains. My aches and pains are still there. They're not going nowhere. So I really don't see a difference in it. But I like the sleep ease. The one I take at night, about 30 minutes before I go to sleep, I just take and pop one of those, a gummy.
All right.
And it helps. I like that. Now, but give me municipal marijuana and my chiropractor. I think if everybody get that, we all won't be sick.
Definitely.
We put pharmaceutical companies out of business.
Well, with definitely, I truly believe in chiropractic care myself, and it's so much that it can heal for you. And I guess not getting off into chiropractic, it's just wonderful that our insurance companies now are taking it. And so it's changed on the Medicare side, where Medicare has added it, and it's now Medicare has added it as part of one of its benefits.
Okay, hold on, because I was thinking about this. I know I can get it because I have my insurance, but my husband is no longer on my insurance, but he does get Medicare. So now he can get chiropractic through Medicare?
He can get chiropractic through Medicare. Yes,
Do it
he
has to
can.
be a referral? Do you
No,
have to be a referral from a doctor?
it does not. It does not.
Okay, well, let me.
So, yeah, it is just for manipulations, but
Mm-hmm.
it's basic. But yes, it is included
Oh,
in Medicare. And last year they added chiropractic. So both of those are, great ways to getting yourself healed a natural way.
Wow.
So everybody, I won't say everybody, but when your healthcare systems can see that people are using it more and asking
mm-hmm.
for it, then they have to include it now. So it was a wonderful thing for them to do. The acupuncture, which you thought would never come, but
Acupuncture is included in that too?
acupuncture is now
Medicare?
included on Medicare. Yeah, it sure
See,
is.
my husband walking around for the last 3 weeks with this excruciating neck pain.
Mm-hmm.
He's been popping pills like crazy. He's not a person to take pills, and he still has to get up and go to work. And I got the chiropractic, and I said, I know this relieves me, but if I do him, I have to pay the full amount. But I will definitely contact him, um, and we'll contact Medicare. How do we do that? Just call Medicare, or what do we do?
Just depending on the plan that he's on, it should have it as one of the options now.
Okay.
So in his Medicare plan, it should be an option for chiropractic and and acupuncture.
Wow.
So those are now included. So just look on the list of benefits that he has. It's there. Chiropractic has been there a couple of years now. Acupuncture was the one that they brought in last year.
Okay. So you guys, really all this right here comes right back to something else called finance and budget. Yeah. Because if you're sick, you're going to be putting more money out than you ever thought of.
That's right.
Trying to pay your medical bills, when if you do preventive medicine, take care of yourself. I started exercising by walking every morning at 6:00 in the morning. I get up and I walk. Yeah. It's about 4 miles. So I get up 5:45, hit the pavement by 6:00, back at home by 7:10, get my day started. Sleeping more, sleeping better, which means I'm going to sleep at 10:00 instead of going to sleep at 12:30, 1:00 like I used to. And I'm just making myself lay down and go to sleep. And my pressure went down since I started doing that. So since I started walking, I've been walking since May because this challenge. But I started walking and I started sleeping, getting at least 8 hours of sleep. So my pressure went from 230, 130 to yesterday. It was 162 over 90. So
over
it's
90?
coming down.
Mm-hmm. Good.
So I don't have to worry about taking money out of my budget to try to pay for, something. I might have a stroke or something, because that's a silent killer.
It is.
Yeah.
Blood pressure. That's a silent killer. Ready for another question?
But they haven't answered the first one yet.
Yeah, so we got to go on to the next one. Somebody will come up.
Well, you don't want to give the answer to it?
No, because we probably give the answers again, questions again next week. So I'm not going to.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Well, no, give them the answer. See if they're paying attention. And look, I want to say hi to Miss Shirley Scott. Now I know she's related to you. Who might she be?
That's my mama.
Hey, mama. I thought that was her.
Yeah, I saw her. She came up. She's
long. Now, you know what? We're going to have to bring her on one time.
Oh, my goodness. Well, if you're going to definitely talk about some Avon, then yes.
Well, in-home businesses, we need to have a session on in-home businesses. And
absolutely.
Come on, Miss Scott.
You know what? See, a lot of people have put the older in-home businesses on the back burner. Mm-hmm. Avon is something from who knows how many years ago. All right, Avon and Mary Kay and those things been out forever and a day, right? Right? They've been out forever and a day. I remember my sister-in-law used to do Mary Kay. She even won the pink Cadillac thing, and but she didn't keep it up. She got out of it. When you get out of it, you got to turn the car back in. So, So there's a lot of home businesses out there that people really need to take the advantage of. And I'll tell you what, with major corporations shifting and reducing employee sizes, it gives people a lot of opportunity to be entrepreneurs, all right, to be creative with the ideas. You can stream live your creative ideas. Just make sure you protect yourself and make money. And make money.
And the way that Avon and Mary Kay are all set up is, in a network marketing style, and it's always the same as insurance. So for us and in this business, we are able to build teams and have people, and that also is a way to grow your business by having partners in the business, and so the way that they structure, I think insurance was the first to come out with that type of structure, and everybody else is following suit with your Mary Kays, your Avons, your IntelliTravel, all these other businesses that are out here. But it was all first started with insurance.
Yeah. So now even like
you can.
Yeah,
that's a great way to do it. Make more money while you can. Have multiple sources of income. That's one source of income right there.
Yeah, like with World System Builder, I'm an independent contractor. All right, so I work for myself, but not by myself.
Absolutely.
I have a team, but the thing I love about World System Builder, like Avon, like Mary Kay, and some other things, organizations. We have a system in place. All we have to do is follow their system and it produces. Now, is anything guaranteed? No, nothing's guaranteed.
No.
Nothing's guaranteed. I don't care what you work at a bank and the bank tells you, we guarantee that you'll have a job. Now, we are building. 1 year later, they're filing bankruptcy and closing their doors. No, nothing's guaranteed.
No.
Look at all the companies that close. Sears. Whoever expected Sears to close?
Oh, yeah.
Never in a million years.
Sears closed, but Sears didn't close.
They're online.
They just went online.
They're online.
They had to go online. So, these companies are smart too now. They realize that, hey, we got to figure this thing out and what they did just went online. And that was, a good move, strategic move. And another great thing about what we do with World System Builder compared to the other in-home companies is this. Like with Mary Kay, I did Mary Kay, still do Mary Kay, but you know what? I had to have a store, had to have inventory. So with World System Builder, guess what? I don't have to worry about inventory. My inventory is the people that I meet that I can service what they need for their solution.
Right.
So I love that fact there. Okay, the answer to that question.
Y'all better write it down so you have it next week.
Huh?
I told them they better write it down so they can have it
next week. To protect my children, I will name a legal guardian. So make sure that you
a legal guardian.
Legal guardian. If you pass away and your child is a minor when you pass away, guess what? That child is not going to get, if you have that child as a beneficiary on an insurance policy, they won't get that money until they're 18. Now you've left your child where they have no access to funds. So maybe you have that child staying with someone, but if they don't have the means to financially take care of that child, you have to think, is your child going to be taken very good care of? So now the next question.
What? You ready to give the second question?
Yeah, I'm going to give the second question. See if anybody can answer this one. If my total estate is over $1 million, I may be subject to, and this is 2 words. What will you be subject to if your estate is over $1 million and you pass away? What is it called? 2 words. So anybody can answer that question in the audience? You'll get one in the book.
In the audience. You said in the audience.
In the audience. Don't you dare say that question. Don't you dare say the answer.
All right. Listen, while you're looking for that question, people, I want to talk a little bit about key person insurance. All right. Especially, we had several shows where we had business owners. All right. This is critical. It's simply a life insurance policy on the key person in a business. Normally, it applies to the owner or a key employee, people who are very important to the business. If something were to happen to them, the company or business may not survive. So what does the company do? They buy life insurance on these key people. The company pays the premium, and the company is the beneficiary of the policy. That's very important. So what is that going to do for you as a business owner when you have key person insurance? You receive that money as the beneficiary. You're the company. You receive that money as a beneficiary. Not only is it going to hold your company over, but it also provides you with money to bring somebody else new on board, get them trained, whatever, and you're not lost for income. You lose income when you lose a key employee.
Right.
All right. You lose income, especially if that person was a brainiac for your company. You lose income, whether it's sales or manufacturing, or it doesn't matter what the industry is. If you lose a key person, you lose income. So with the key person insurance, it puts the company in a position to where if that were to happen, now the company have monies that they receive, all right, to replace that person, as well as to train somebody else and to help sustain the company's balance, so to speak. So it's a very important insurance. It's not talked about a lot, but I wanted to bring it up while you're looking for the answer to Flo's question. And I think somebody's going to find that question. They
got the question. They need the answer.
They need the answer. Oh, I got the, okay. Let me see. Which one was it again? It was
the $1 million.
Oh, the $1 million. Okay.
If they pass away and they're a millionaire, how much? What kind of taxes will they have to pay?
You know what kind of taxes you're going to have to pay. I was talking to somebody. Well, no, I'm not going to give the answer. I was talking to somebody about something similar to this. When we die, we still pay tax.
Don't be quiet. Be quiet. That's the question I'm asking now. Don't talk too much and you end up giving the answer. He gonna talk right out and give the answer. Somebody's gonna get it. If they listen keenly, they probably heard it in his statement. If they listen keenly, they'll hear the answer.
In the statement?
Huh?
Oh.
Now I said if they listen keenly, they probably hear the answer in your comments.
It was in there. It was in there.
Was.
Part of it was in there. Matter of fact, it was in there. You just have to add the second word. All right. So
did anybody answer it? Can you see it on Facebook?
Because you remember all of everything you own, all right, when we transition in life is called what? All right, that's all.
I'll take and make it a little bit easier for them. You only have to pay this if you are a millionaire. So if you're a millionaire, if you're making $1 million plus, you don't have to worry about it. But if you have $1 million plus, you're going to have to pay this type of tax. What kind of tax is that? What is it called? Did anybody look like they answered it on Facebook?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, we give them a few more minutes and I'll give them the answer. And
I'm on YouTube too, so I'm on YouTube. I'm looking at it on YouTube.
Oh, wow. How are we coming over on YouTube? I haven't seen it that way.
I like it on YouTube. It's not delayed as much.
Oh, okay. More real time?
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about key insurance. And so I was also thinking that a lot of different professions also need to get professional liability insurance.
Absolutely.
So insurance agents, we get an E&O, and that's not professional liability insurance. But there are tons of other people that are self-employed that have no coverage, that have not gotten any type of professional liability insurance. And it is important that you get something, because we're not always perfect. And if you become, you're at fault for something, that in professional liability insurance can cover you. So if you have some type of work error, undeliverable services,
right,
miss some deadlines, budget overruns, incomplete work, breach of contract, accusations of negligence, all of those types of things would be covered. And so that should be done for people that are in various types of professions. I'm going to say those that do hair. That's
exactly. Yeah.
That is definitely one.
Big time.
I bet you 90% of the people that do professional services like hair and nails probably don't have any type of coverage for themselves. So I would like to encourage you to get that type of insurance. And I'm going to go through a couple of professions. Let's see.
Even auto body or mechanic work, they need this, or a doctor.
Definitely. That's malpractice.
Yeah.
Professional, right? But if you
attorneys,
architectures, if you do, even people that do audiology in the doctor's offices, those dietitians need to, anybody in cosmetology, if you do bookkeeping. So these are some of the side things that we do. We may have a full-time job, but we do bookkeeping on the side. You should have a professional liability insurance. If you do any type of business consulting, I'm going to even go with people that work in your home and do cabinets and floors and carpet. Those type of people, they need to have some type of professional liability insurance. And we don't want them to forget that they need to have something, because anything can go wrong. What about the person that comes and fixes your computer? They need to have insurance, especially if you are an independent contractor for someone. And a lot of times, if you're receiving, if you're contracted, you're a 1099,
right?
To cover yourself, you need to have professional liability insurance, because that's not going to be covered by the person that you are contracted for. So if you get hired, or you're a 1099 for an appliance company, and you are a plumber, or you work on the electronics on the refrigerators, you're still getting paid from them by by whatever your contract is, and you receive a 1099. You need to have some type of professional liability insurance.
Yeah, anytime you're dealing with the public, all right, and you're an independent business owner, you need to cover yourself and do it. If you don't want to do it for yourself and you have a family, do it for your family.
Absolutely.
All right? Because you don't want to lose your assets, because people will come after you. If you are a contractor, you're working on somebody's house and you goof up, I remember years ago, I had a guy who was doing some work he was putting a dome on my house, and he didn't know what he was doing.
Hmm.
I checked out his credentials. He just didn't know what he was doing.
Wow.
And only thing I didn't check to see if his insurance was up to date.
Hmm.
So I had to get an attorney involved because the guy messed up, and he said he called his insurance company and it had expired.
Wow.
It had expired.
Yeah.
All right. So he said, well, Anthony, he said, look, he said the guy messed up. He said there's a couple of things we could do here. You could take his truck and his tools and he won't have a livelihood. Or you could just mark it up as an experience, let it go, get somebody else to fix it, write it off. Because I was an independent contractor. The house was an investment. And I was like, look, talking about somebody that was mad? Don't tell me Christians don't get mad. Even preaching Christians get mad. I was furious.
Yeah.
But God worked it out to where I got someone that I knew that was
able to fix it.
Extremely knowledgeable. He looked at the situation, looked at the dome or the dormer, it's an added room, and he said, all right, this is what he did wrong. He did this. This is what I need to do to fix it. He said it's a lot of work, but it's not as bad as it looks. He said it'll take me maybe a week, 2 weeks. I said, okay. The man did it for free.
Wow.
All I had to do was provide the material. He did it for free. A $20,000 job. And all I had to do was provide the material.
That's awesome.
So it worked out. It worked out. I didn't put the other guy in jail. I didn't take his truck or his tools, but I learned a very valuable lesson. If you're going to check somebody out and they say they have liability coverage, call that insurance company, verify that their liability coverage is current, is active. All right. His liability, guess what? He defaulted in payment and they had canceled him. Now, I don't know if they were supposed to tell my attorney that much, but they did. So, do your due diligence. All right. And I like how Tanya brought that up. That's critical. And I still don't have an answer. I don't have an answer to Mad Flow's last.
And let's tell them what the answer is. If you guys are millionaires out there and y'all making over $1 million, and you pass away, you're going to be subject to estate tax. Estate tax. So that means that if you don't have enough insurance in place to help cover your estate taxes, your family is going to really be screwed. And you ever heard of what we call estate sales? Yeah, you heard of them. What do you call it? Rummage sales or garage sales? That's poor people sales. Now, when you go to an estate sale, quality stuff is being sold real low price because they have to get the money up to pay the estate taxes. So if you have an opportunity to go to an estate sale, realize you're getting quality for a very small amount of money. They're going to be you may not even still be able to afford it. They may be selling something that's worth $10,000 to you for $2,000, but you're still able to afford it. But estate plan is totally different from a garage sale or a rummage sale. But
I tell you what, in my neighborhood, somebody had an estate sale, and I was running late for a meeting, so I didn't have a chance to stop by. That house is now vacant. And the grass is all tall and everything. I said, oh, my goodness. I wonder what they were selling, But, hey, guys, that just goes to show you, make sure you have emergency funding and money saved. Get out of the habit of spending and get in the habit of saving.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It takes a little bit of time. It's a change of our mentality. We have to change the way we think. Now, I want to throw something else. Ooh, girl, ladies, we're running out of time. Let me throw this last thing up called executive.
We got 9 minutes.
Huh?
We got a full 9 minutes.
Full 9 minutes. Let me throw this up to you. Executive bonus life insurance. What is that? Now, it's a little different than key person insurance, okay? This is a life insurance policy offered to an executive in a company. The company pays the premium and can deduct it as a tax-exempt contribution. The executive receives the benefit. With executive bonus policies that have cash value, and you can use any type of policy for key person insurance or executive bonus life insurance. You can use term insurance, you can use whole life, you can use index universal life, you can use variable you can use whatever type of insurance policy you want for either of these, okay? All right, so with executive bonus policies that have cash value, the executive can take out loans against the policy. Isn't that powerful? However, he or she must claim the premium payment as regular income. So the company's paying that premium for you, but you're going to have to count that premium as income. It's a bonus, okay? It's a bonus. It's regular income. In the event the executive passes away, the family will receive the benefits. Okay, so it's really good. Executive bonus is a good way for employers to attract or keep their important employees. So, guys, guess what else it is?
What's that?
Tax. Oh, baby, you write that off.
Tax write-off.
It's the tax write-off.
The employer can, not the employee now, the employer.
The employer. Yeah, the employer, not the employee. All right. So employers, hear me. If you buy that insurance, you you give it to executive bonus, you're gonna, hey, I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna buy the insurance for you. Employer, it is a tax write-off for you. It's gonna bless your business. It's gonna help that bottom line.
Another great benefit of the executive bonus is if they use, permanent life insurance such as an indexed, and the employer able to overfund that plan. Yeah. So the employer can say, hey, you know what? I'm going to add more money. I'm going to pay your premium, but I'm also going to pay over that premium. And guess what? The overpayment of the premium is accessible to the employee.
That's right.
So they can borrow against it, or they could continue to keep that executive bonus going on until they retire and have a second retirement plan.
Have a lot of money.
That is someone that really knows how to do it and pay attention to that IUL and definitely overpay it.
Yeah. You have to make sure they don't overfund it. Because if it overfunds, then you're going to lose the benefits.
It becomes a mess. Modified endowment contract.
Yeah,
and usually the insurance company is they're going to monitor that for you, make sure you don't overfund it. So the insurance companies are going to strategically have that in place. If the employer puts too much in it and it looks like it become a MAC, as long as when he took the insurance out, he checked it and said, do not become a MAC, then guess what? The insurance company is going to either refund that overpayment back to the employer, or they'll filter out through the years. So they won't pay the full thing this year, but carry it on to the next year. So the company, the insurance companies, they're going to watch that. But
they watch that these days. Years ago, they didn't have that mechanism in place. But it's different now. All right. So there's a lot of protection there for people that are interested in something like this. So if you are interested in buying insurance for one of your employees, just see one of us and we'll help you set it up. Doesn't matter what state you're in. Doesn't matter what state you're in. All right. Tanya can help you. Flo can help you. I can help you. Regardless of what state you are in the United States, we can help you.
Absolutely.
All right. So do we have time for one more question?
Yeah, we got time for one more question.
One more question.
Okay. Now, this is so easy because y'all unheard us talk about this when we first even came on the show. Our very first show, we went through this. So if y'all don't answer this, we ain't got nobody watching. Now, listen to this question here. To avoid the probate process, I can consider a what? I can consider is one word. If you don't want your stuff to go to probate, what can you do? Anthony, don't feel like you're ready to answer that question because your mouth just I know the answer.
I was just going to say, look, it's a 5-letter word. All right, that's all I can say.
You want to say it, but you can't. So we got like
the first letter and the last letter are the same.
All right, that's pretty easy there. And I'll make it even easier. The first letter is a T, the last letter is a T. So what is it?
Oh my goodness.
All right, so y'all,
I know y'all got it.
Write that down there. What is that word? And it's 5 letters.
5 letters. 5 letters.
Begin with a T, end with a T, 5 letters. So let us know what it is. And I don't think they're going to get it. So you want me to go ahead and say it? Anybody came up with it yet?
I'm looking. I don't see it on there. No one's come up with it.
No one's come up with it.
No one's come up with it. No, I guess it's the holiday. I guess it's the holiday
weekend.
It must be the holiday.
Holiday weekend. Miss Scott Filter, you watching this show? Miss Scott. Miss Shirley Scott, you watching? Tell us what that answer is. I know you know it.
I don't know if she's watching today. I think she's on.
She done got off.
All right, you guys.
All right, so what it is, because time is almost up.
All right, we're going to have to give the answer. It's a trust.
Trust. It's a trust. So y'all know if a will won't do it, will has to go to probate. If you don't want any of your stuff, you have any investments, you.
Oh, wait a minute. Mama put it up there.
Oh, she did?
Yes, she did, right at the end.
Okay, well, Mama got a book.
Yes, she does.
All right, Miss Scott.
All right, you all have a good one. Thank you so. All right.
You need to run her name across that
bill. Wait a minute. That wasn't mine that put that up there. That was Tanya.
That was
Tanya.
It was me.
That's cheating. You already got one anyway.
All I saw was Scott.
Yeah. All I saw was Scott. Close this out. We got about 10 seconds.
All right, we got around 20 seconds here. Listen, guys, have a safe, joyous 4th of July. All right. Use caution. Be careful. It's going to be very crowded wherever you go because people are going crazy in the house, and so they want to get out of the house. So be cautious, be careful. On my behalf and on behalf of ATR and all things relevant media, listen, don't forget who's running for mayor in Port Wentworth, a guy named Julius Hall. Don't forget him. And as you're watching our show, please like us on Facebook. It's the easy thing. Just press the button. Press it around 20 times. All right. And then pass it on to somebody and say, watch those crazy people. They're good. All right. And tell them to like us. We love you all. Thank you so much to my hosts, Matt, Flo, and Tanya. You're beautiful, ladies. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Look, guys. Thank you for being here for us. This is Anthony Murray. God bless you. Take care. Have a safe 4th of July.
I missed you guys last week.